You're listening to Footprints. I'm Xingyu. In this episode, we dive into the story of Luo Dingjun, a young man from Taiwan who has made it his mission to foster understanding between people on both sides of the Taiwan Strait.
I'm Luo Dingjun from Taipei. Now I live in Shenyang and Taipei. Both are my homes.
Luo often describes himself as a member of the Cross-Strait group, a term for those who frequently travel between Taiwan and the Chinese mainland. Born and raised in Taipei, the 37-year-old has built a life and family in Shenyang, a city in northeast China. And traveling between the two cities has now become second nature to him. What led this Taiwan youth to settle in a city over 1,800 kilometers from his hometown were his cross-strait marriage and his belief in the mainland's development prospects. 8 years ago, he met a young woman from Shenyang during a cross-strait exchange program. Their connection blossomed into love, and they eventually tied a knot. Today, they're raising a lovely daughter together. Luo's marriage allowed him to immerse himself in the culture of northeastern China, a region known for cold winters and abundant ice and snow resources. In the early stages of his marriage, he was particularly captivated by the Chinese New Year celebrations in the countryside. Also known as the Spring Festival, it's one of the most widely celebrated festivals in the world and also holds the utmost importance for Chinese people.
Spending Chinese New Year in northeastern rural areas is an unforgettable experience. The festive atmosphere is incredibly strong, with all kinds of firecrackers being set off days before the celebration. Growing up in Taipei, I had never seen such scenes. The temperatures are freezing, around -20 degrees Celsius, but the countryside is so lively, filled with a sense of family reunion. In Taipei, my Chinese New Year experiences were much simpler. I'd meet up with childhood friends, maybe buy a few small firecrackers and light them up on the riverbank, and that was it. But in the Northeast, the scale is on a completely different level.
Apart from the vibrant firecracker scenes, Luo highlights another distinctive experience: gathering with relatives around the traditional heated bed stove known as the kang in Chinese. This brick platform, heated from below, used to be a staple in northern China to combat the cold winter months. While modern urban apartments have largely replaced the kang with central heating systems, it remains a unique feature in some rural areas.
In Taiwan, we visit relatives and friends as well, but it's nothing like the rural custom where all the relatives and friends from the village come to your house to chat and have fun. Everyone gathers around the heated kang, cracking sunflower seeds, watching TV, and chatting. This is something I never experienced in Taiwan.
The warmth of the kang seems to extend beyond the physical heat, fostering a strong sense of community and togetherness. The Spring Festival has now gained a new identity. It's been recognized as a UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity. This year, the occasion falls on January 29th to usher in the Year of the Snake. Luo shares that he plans to celebrate the upcoming festival once again in the northeastern countryside, embracing the vibrant traditions that have become a part of his life. Luo Dingjun had quite a few opportunities to visit the mainland during his youth. Those early experiences planted a seed of connection that has grown deeper over time. He recalls his first visit to the mainland. It was the winter of 1998 when he was 11 years old, and his parents took him on a trip to Beijing.
Back then, we had to transfer flights, first to Hong Kong and then to Beijing. I remember leaving at 7 or 8 in the morning and arriving in Beijing by evening. I also experienced temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius for the first time, which was quite a new sensation. We visited landmarks I had only read about in textbooks, like the Great Wall, the Forbidden City, and the Summer Palace. Even though our stay was brief, just about 5 days, it allowed me to experience the motherland's beautiful landscape.
In 2008, while studying at the Chinese Culture University in Taipei, Luo had another opportunity to visit Beijing through a study camp. At that time, the city was undergoing a remarkable transformation as it prepared to host its first ever Olympics. During his visit, he marveled at the newly built sports venues, the bird's nest and the water cube, as well as the vibrant central business district. The city's rapid development from its public transport to urban landscape left a lasting impression on the young man. In the years that followed, Luo witnessed a deepening of cross-strait relations and a steady increase in student exchanges. Through his interactions with students from the mainland, his understanding and curiosity about the region grew. During his postgraduate years, he had the opportunity to spend a semester at Jilin University in the city of Changchun. This marked his first experience in northeast China, a stark contrast to the environment he grew up in.
When I studied at Jilin University, I noticed that the customs and traditions of the northeastern region are quite different from those in Taiwan, although what they have in common is that people are very warm and hospitable.
One interesting aspect that comes to his mind is the bathing culture. In northeast China, bathhouses are a common sight. They're not just places for bathing and scrubbing. They are social hubs where people engage in various recreational activities like playing mahjong, a popular Chinese tile-based game. Now deeply accustomed to this culture, Luo says that when friends visit, he would take them on a cultural tour around the region, visiting the bustling morning markets, savoring a local barbecue, and indulging in a relaxing bathhouse. After his postgraduate studies, Luo pursued a PhD at Tsinghua University, focusing on cross-strait relations. While at Tsinghua, a friend introduced him to WeChat Official Accounts, a feature on the popular Chinese social media platform used for content sharing and public communication. Intrigued by the concept, Luo decided to give it a try. Together with his friends, he launched the Cross-Strait Youths account. Since 2014, they have consistently shared content aimed at bridging cross-strait communication. From educational tips and living experiences to community stories and updates on new policies, their articles cover almost every aspect of life.
I hope my writings will help those in Taiwan see the Chinese mainland for what it truly is, not as portrayed by certain media outlets and politicians. I want them to gain an unbiased understanding of the mainland. Most importantly, the mainland is the place that cares most about Taiwan compatriots, a land where dreams can come true.
To date, that account has gained more than 100,000 followers. Reflecting on this journey, Luo is amazed that their small team has been able to persist for such a long time.
Though we are a small team, we've managed to keep going for 10 years because we understand the needs of our cross-strait compatriots. We aim to present both sides of the Taiwan Strait in an objective way and sincerely hope for cross-strait integration and national reunification. That's our shared goal.
Their efforts are not limited to the digital space. They have also organized various exchange events and lectures, helping hundreds of young people from Taiwan find development opportunities on the mainland.
In 2018, we hosted an event and over 200 people attended. We held 2 lectures in Taipei and Kaohsiung, and many parents brought their children along to attend. I invited professors from prestigious mainland universities to give talks. For the past decade, I've always encouraged Taiwan students to participate in exchanges, study tours, or internships to better understand the mainland. Once they find the best way to integrate into local life, they'll be able to settle down and thrive.
Luo Dingjun's ancestral hometown traces back to the coastal city of Quanzhou in Fujian province. In fact, many residents of Taiwan can trace their roots to Fujian, the closest mainland province to Taiwan. Today, Fujian remains a major hub for Taiwan compatriots. Over the years, the region has been actively building a demonstration zone for the integrated development across the Taiwan Strait, striving to become the first home for Taiwan residents and enterprises on the mainland. A range of preferential policies and measures have been introduced to promote its economic and social connections with Taiwan. Meanwhile, cross-strait travel has become much easier with a network linking Fujian with the Taiwan-administered Kinmen and Matsu Islands, offering direct air, sea, and postal services. Luo, a frequent visitor to Xiamen, says the city stands out as the primary gateway in Fujian province for Taiwan compatriots. He has witnessed and personally participated in efforts to enhance cross-strait development.
Fujian province has a natural advantage in promoting itself as the first home for Taiwan compatriots and enterprises, with Xiamen serving as its initial gateway. Many initiatives are pilot projects. I've seen many Taiwan compatriots participate in the redevelopment of urban villages and the creation of cross-strait night markets. I've also been involved in these efforts, working as a volunteer guide and collaborating with the local community.
Luo is particularly happy to see that Xiamen has joined hands with Kinmen to create a cross-strait living circle, benefiting residents on both sides. Traveling between the two regions takes just half an hour by ferry, and according to Luo, day trips across both regions have become a common sight.
Whenever I go to Xiamen, I can feel that this city, along with Kinmen, is at the heart of cross-strait exchanges. If you want to understand cross-strait integrated development, you should visit Xiamen or Kinmen. Looking to the future, I'm very hopeful. The entire Fujian province, with its 91 districts, is working hard to build a cross-strait integration demonstration zone. This will encourage more Taiwan compatriots to come to Fujian or other coastal regions of the mainland to explore the opportunities and choose where they want to settle and develop. Plus, the policies are being implemented solidly. Many of my friends have received entrepreneurial subsidies, employment subsidies, and even rental assistance. These policies will give them the confidence to settle on the mainland and build their careers.
Looking ahead, Luo hopes that direct flights connecting Taiwan with northeast China will resume soon for a greater convenience.
Previously, 4 cities in northeast mainland provinces had direct flights to Taiwan. I hope these flights can be resumed as soon as possible so that more Taiwan compatriots can come and experience the local hospitality. Cities like Harbin and Shenyang have become very popular tourist destinations lately. I look forward to seeing more Taiwan visitors come here to experience it for themselves.
With that, we wrap up today's episode of Footprints. Thank you for listening. If you are interested in hearing more about the lives of ordinary but incredible people in China, follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Just key in Footprints, and you can find more stories anytime, anywhere. Until next time, bye for now.